This morning, a police chase turns deadly, how an innocent bystander was killed and where police are investigating right now.
And President Obama keeping troops in Afghanistan, why the big announcement sparking controversy this morning.
This is Fox 45 News in the morning on ABC.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Eric Elkin.
And I'm Amber Jayanth, filling in for Megan Mongello. The time now is 5:30, and we're here to help you get your day started. An FBI investigation happening now in Ohio, and it's after several cases of online child predators. The FBI is working with law enforcement in Cincinnati. It's investigating 3 recent claims of men harassing young girls online. Right now, the FBI is leading a nationwide initiative called Operation Cross Country, cracking down on sex offenders. A Centerville mom is now speaking out after her son's terrifying trip on a ride in Springboro Pike. It was a hayride and it happened Tuesday. The class was riding on a wagon through Windmill Farm when it went down a hill, slipped and hit a tree. Lisa Houseworth was there with her son, and now we're hearing the scary details about what happened that day.
We fell down a hill backwards.
He tries to go down a hill, loses control of the tractor, and we slide into the woods. He takes down some trees. In the process of taking down some trees, he hit a bee's nest, and 3 kids and 1 adult got stung by a bee. One of the kids got stung multiple times.
We spoke with the farm's owners. She says safety is a top priority and they will make sure this accident doesn't happen again. Well, when kids are in school, they're constantly brushing shoulders and passing germs, and that means it's prime time for the most common contagious disorder to spread. We're talking about pink eye. Pink eye is caused by several different things. Sometimes it can be bacterial or a side effect to different allergens like plant pollen, but it can also be a virus. Most of the time, it's not a big deal unless it doesn't go away.
It's an inflammation of the membrane layer that's on the front of the eye. Especially if there's really continuous rubbing, persistent infection, you can eventually cause some trauma to the eye.
Pink eye is spread through contact and anyone can get it. So here's the things to look out for. Pink eye, as the name suggests, usually creates a pinkish tint in the eyes. Many times it will go away on its own, but there's a few signs that means that it's time to see a doctor. If the infection is painful or starts to turn red, you might need to seek further treatment.
And anyone who's had it knows it's not fun.
No.
Our time now, 5:20, still to come.
The second Republican presidential debate is just around the corner. This morning, we know which candidates will take the stage. The father of a reporter shot and killed on live television held a rally for gun control yesterday, hoping for tougher laws. Mad River Mountain plans to be open this season, but one piece will be missing: the lodge. The building, a total loss after a massive fire. Now, it's something that hits close to home for the community. Comedian Nick Griffin is a headliner at the stand-up comedy circuit. He's also a regular on the Bob and Tom Show. And this weekend, he's performing at the Dayton Funny Bone in the Green. But he joins us this morning first, and thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
You had a show last night. You had to
did.
get up early in the morning. Thank you for coming in.
I'm an early morning person. I know comics aren't notoriously early people, but I do. I get up early to pretend like I'm a real human being.
Pretend.
Then I take a nap during the day like a child.
Right.
Yeah.
I like some naps sometimes too.
Yeah.
And so you've been to Dayton a couple of times. And so how was the show last night, would you say? How you like Dayton?
It was good. It was really good. You know, I'm a divorced guy, so I was doing I do a lot of relationship material, and there seemed to be some people in the audience that could relate to that, and you know, a lot of observational stuff. Pretty standard, you know, straight stand-up guy, and yeah.
Well, there's a lot of single ladies at the Green after the show
Are
too.
there?
So after the show, you may want to stick around,
I'm totally
hang out.
available. Yeah.
Most people love the convenience of Uber. With just a push of a button, a ride comes to you within minutes. Tristan Stevens has only used the service once, but she says it's something she'd do again.
We were in Xenia at a bar, and someone pulled up this app on one of their iPhones and even opened our doors for us. It was perfect.
By 2016, the company will hire 1,000 more drivers in Dayton. Peter Ross has been an Uber driver for the past 6 months. Recently, he's been getting more requests for rides.
In an 8-hour period, I can get anywhere from 10 to 20. The larger the rider base, the more vehicles we need out on the road.
The expansion will help drivers respond to calls quicker. The average wait time in Dayton is 10 minutes. It costs $1.20 per mile plus 18 cents per minute. Lamar Stanton has heard of Uber, but he continues to ride the bus every day, although he says it has some disadvantages.
There's certain routes and hours that are of a danger.
I talked to Uber's Dayton GM on Skype. What makes it safer than other transportation?
Every single trip is tracked using GPS. So from the moment you request a ride to when your driver arrives, and then you get in the car and are at your destination, we have all that information if anything were to happen.
All Uber drivers have to pass a background check before they're hired, and even those who don't use Uber often say they're still excited to see it expanding in the Dayton area. Reporting in Dayton, Amber Jayanth, Fox 45 News on ABC. Throughout the day, this makeshift memorial has continued to grow. This is a spot where 13-year-old Tyree King was hit and killed. We talked to his father, and he tells us he still can't understand how this happened.
It's just like unbelievable. It's like a dream.
Todd King, Tyree's father, tells us his son went outside to play football with his friends a few houses down. Friends say that he was in the yard when 71-year-old Charles Hurd swerved off the roadway and hit him. We talked to 10-year-old Cody Van Hoos, who saw it all happen but couldn't save his friend.
I saw the car and said, "Watch out," and it went bang. I ran to go get help, but it was too late.
Todd ran out minutes later and found his son under the pickup truck. The driver was trying to free him.
He tried to take him from under the car. He tried to pull him from under the truck. He just drug him, man.
Those who watched the crash say they never saw the driver brake or slow down. Tyree's father says Charles Hurd was driving recklessly.
And they said he smelled like alcohol, and he almost hit one lady, rear-ender coming down the highway. She swerved and moved over. I guess he went around her and ran my son down, man.
Right now, investigators are not saying if Hurd was intoxicated or if he was speeding. Tyree is the second youngest of 3 brothers. This morning, they added football trophies to his memorial. Friends say Tyree was a good kid and was quiet, but would always light up whenever he was playing football. He was heading into the 8th grade at Possum. His father says that he is now pulling strength from his other children.
Just got to stay strong, man. I got 3 other sons.
And tonight, this fatal crash remains under investigation. So far, Hurd has not faced any charges, but we're told those test results showing whether he was under the influence could take several weeks. Reporting in Springfield Township, Amber Watson, Fox 45 News.